Hello everybody. Uh, I'm finally ready to get back to training. For those that are new to the channel, uh, about a month ago I got diagnosed with sepsis. Sepsis is blood poisoning. It's a very severe condition, so I had to take 1 month off of training. The sepsis was actually related to an infection that I got in my hand from ripping calluses. Um, it's been a month now. I haven't done any training at all, but I finally got the green light from my doctors. Everything is back to normal. My blood work is okay. My kidneys are finally functioning okay. So I'm ready to start training again. I did my first workout yesterday, but I want to talk about what I'm going to do to get back in shape. So 1 month of no training at all whatsoever. All I did was walk around, maybe 1 hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day. I got to do at least some exercise to stay sane. I can't just sit around doing nothing. I need to move, so that's what I did. So right now, I definitely lost some weight. I lost about 5 or 6 pounds, or between 2 to 3 kilos of weight. My muscles got smaller, but I'm not sure I really lost size. Maybe they just lost some glycogen. They're not storing as much glycogen, not as much water. So I look a little bit deflated, I look a little bit flat. But I think this is a really good experiment now to see how long it's gonna take me to get back into good shape. Again, in this channel, I'm doing only bodyweight training. I used to lift weights in the past, but it's been almost a year of only bodyweight training. I don't do any skills, I don't do any weighted calisthenics. All I'm doing is just basic exercises, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, muscle-ups. Sometimes I'll do some isolation exercises, like some tricep extensions, but not very often. Once in a blue moon, I'll train some direct core work, but again, I would say 80% of my training is just the basics, just the big 4 upper body exercises. Now, I know I'm gonna get questions in the comments. What about your legs, man? Do you train your legs? How dare you not train your legs? So if you look through my channel, there are plenty of videos of me doing leg training with both body weight, and back in the day, I used to be really into powerlifting and strength training. I got up to a 4-plate squat, but at the moment, I really don't care about training legs. I live in a really hot country, and when I train legs, my legs get really big, really fast, and then I end up rubbing my thighs together when I walk, and that's just a really unpleasant thing for me. I end up getting cuts, and I've actually rubbed them together to the point of blood. So I don't want my legs getting any bigger. I just want to have strong legs and legs that have good endurance, legs that I can use, legs that are good for hiking, legs that are good for cycling. So my leg training for now, during the cycling season, will be riding my road bike up some steep climbs. I'll do this about twice a week. My local climb is about 600 meters of elevation gain over a 10-kilometer distance. There are other climbs in the area that I'll do periodically as well. Some of them are 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer of elevation gain about over a distance of about 15 kilometers. So that's my leg training. You know, this is just how I do it. If you care about having big legs, then you definitely have to train them directly. If you're doing body weight training, you should be doing squats, lunges, step-ups, good mornings, do a lot of volume, you'll get some size on your legs. If you like lifting weights, obviously barbell squats, RDLs, good mornings, barbell lunges, dumbbell lunges, all these things work amazing if you want big legs. For me, I don't want big legs. I want legs that can perform well for a long time, and I want legs that don't rub together when I walk. So that answers the leg training question. I'm not doing any. I'm just cycling and hiking up very steep mountains. Let's talk about the upper body now. I'm just gonna do the basics. Just like I said, 4 exercises, but for now, since I haven't trained in a month, I'm actually just gonna do 2 exercises. I'm gonna do push-up variations, and I'm gonna do pull-up variations. When I say variations, I just mean the grip width. Might do some wider ones, might do some more narrow ones. I'm not talking about variations that change the leverage of the push-up. I don't think that's necessary. That that goes more into strength training, whereas I'm training for strength endurance. For pull-ups, when I say variations, I'm talking about standard pull-ups with a pronated grip, I'm talking about chins, I'm talking about neutral grip pull-ups, maybe mixed grip, maybe wide, maybe narrow, a combination of it all. So that's what I'm talking about now. I will introduce dips very soon as well, but first I just want to break my body in with just the basic exercises. Now let's talk about volume. My goal is to do 100 pull-ups and 200 push-ups as many times a week as I can. Now, I don't have a plan of I'm going to do this 4 times a week, or I'm going to do this 5 days in a row and then take 2 days off. If I try to do that, I'm going to get injured. So instead, I'm just going about this intuitively. Every day, I wake up, I ask myself, how do I feel? If I'm just a little bit sore, I'm training again. If I'm very sore, I'm taking a day off, maybe 2 days off. But every day, I will go to the park, or I will train at home, and I will do 100 pull-ups in whatever variation I feel like doing that day, and 200 push-ups. And ideally, I'd like to do this between 3 to 5 days a week. But again, it all depends on how my body is reacting. And especially since I've been sick for the last month, I have to really listen to the body and be really careful. Now, somebody might say, okay, but how are you going to make progression? How are you going to make this harder without adding weight or without changing the leverages, right? Well, it's very simple. There's another element that we could talk about. It's the element of time. I talked about this a little bit before in one of my videos. So with time, even though I'm doing the same amount of work, the faster I do it, the more challenging it is. So right now, since I'm kind of starting from nothing, from a month off, I'm not keeping track of time. I'm going to the park with my girlfriend or with my friends. I'm socializing. I just want to get the volume in. I don't care how fast I'm doing it. Once I feel that my body is starting to get into the groove, I'm going to start timing my workouts. And I'm going to try to do the work faster and faster every time. And once I get to the point where I can do this 100 pull-ups and 200 push-ups in about 20 minutes, then I'm going to up the volume. I'll go up to maybe 150 pull-ups and 300 push-ups. And then after that, 200, 400, 250, 500, right? This is the long-term plan. So you can see there is a form of progressive overload here. It's just different than conventional progressive overload. I'm progressive overloading by doing more work in less time. So that's how I'm going to go about this. Of course, I'm going to document this journey. I'll take videos showing my physique. I am curious myself how long it's going to take me to get back in shape, because I haven't taken a month off in probably 5 years. I've taken a week off, I've taken 2 weeks off, but I haven't done a full month of zero activity in a very long time. So this is an interesting experience for me, probably interesting for you guys as well. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to try this kind of routine, you can definitely try it as well. If you're a complete beginner, as long as you can do some pull-ups, some push-ups, you could start. Maybe don't do 100 and 200. Start with 50 pulls, 100 push-ups, and then slowly work your way up. So that's my goal. I'm gonna show you guys what my physique looks like after a month of no training. I didn't bother shaving. I am a hairy monkey, but that's what it is. That's the genetics I have. Definitely lost some weight. My muscles are a lot smaller, especially my arms. You can still see there's muscle definition that never goes away. It's just, it's all smaller. So right now, I'm gonna go to the park. I'll get my training session in. I'll try to post videos at least once a week. I'll share some of my training with you guys. Maybe do some training videos where you can see everything. And I'm just here to inspire you guys, to show you what it takes to get in really good shape. It doesn't take much. It doesn't cost any money. If you have a pull-up bar, you have a park. You just have to have the desire and the will to train hard. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and peace out.